Welcome to Just One More Topic, episode 54. I am Tridragius.
I am Tiborius. I had a
know.
joke, and I forgot it.
And our live studio audience has now walked out of the... We didn't even get very...
You smell.
I know. But we finally wrapped up the Oculus Rift discussion last week.
Or have we?
Or have we? We might have a fourth mini-series to bring into this
Nope.
whole thing. Because someone actually commented on the YouTube video for part 3 that mentioned something we did not discuss in our extensive discussion about the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, and I'm going to show how little I actually read that. What'd he say? Or she?
He brought up the, we get headaches whenever we stare at a screen for too long. Eye strain, that kind of stuff.
Is that a thing?
If the screen is this close, wouldn't that cause quicker eye strain? Wouldn't it cause, more,
I could answer this, but I've got a friend who's an optometrist. I'll maybe have him sit in and answer that for us. That could be fun.
Of course you do. Of course you know a guy. Why wouldn't you know a guy?
What do you want to talk about this week?
This week, well, kind of catching up with last week, Titanfall. EA got called out on having Titanfall reintroducing region coding on the Xbox One version of Titanfall.
Go ahead.
The thing is that it is only on the digital version of Titanfall, and it did kind of lead to more discussions about how DLC for Xbox One will feature region locking.
Not just Titanfall that they're doing that with.
Exactly.
The entirety of DLC for the Xbox One is going to be region locked, region coded. And the primary reasoning behind this, and you got to understand, I'm going to be the guy arguing for Microsoft, even though we called it. We totally told you it was going to happen.
Woo!
Hey, everything we said, hey, we're going to do all this. Rah! Okay, we're not going to do any of it yet.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we
okay.
saw through the bullshit.
But there is a legitimate point to this, as shaky as some of you may find it. The primary reason is actually it's not an anti-piracy issue. It is fitting in the guidelines of certain countries that have content restrictions. I'm going to use Australia as my example for everything I say because everything's restricted in Australia. We're probably restricted in Australia. I don't get it.
It means we're successful.
So say you want to play, say Titanfall would normally be restricted in Australia. Say you live in Australia and you want to play Titanfall. Okay, it's region locked so you can't digital download a copy. Well, crap. So your choices are whether you buy it new or used, it's not going to be in your retail stores because it's illegal in the country, so your only option is you have got to send away for it. You're going to call Jeff up here at his new Just One More online shop or whatever the hell you're going to call it and order a copy. He's going to ship it to you. Guess what? Customs is going to flag it, pick it up. You're not going to get it, and you're probably going to get fined. So it's to control, quote-unquote, illicit content. That is the entire, or that at least is the primary stance they're taking on region locking the DLC.
And of course, looking at it, it sucks. This is something that, like you said, we called a long time ago before they even changed the policy.
Yeah. From a consumer standpoint, it does suck. And most of these decisions do, but again, it's that whole, from a business thing. I'll put it like this. Do you like the Xbox One?
No.
Okay, yeah. If you bought an Xbox, do you like Microsoft? Do you like the games they put out? Do you like Halo? Do you like
No.
Gears of War? Do you like playing online on it?
No.
You don't know what good online play is. PlayStation user. Oh! Anyway,
Free
yes, you
games that are
do.
better than-
Now, how does this keep happening? They continue to have money. If an entire country bans the use of their product, guess what? That's a huge chunk into the funding that will directly affect you, the consumer. Now, I know what a lot of you are saying here. Well, what about Sony? I don't have an answer for that yet. I am working on it.
Yeah. And that's, when we were discussing this last week, we were trying to, wrap up Oculus Rift, and we didn't want to, eat away at the content, so we pushed this back to this week. What we were kind of talking about is Microsoft is an American company.
True.
Versus Sony being a Japanese company, so there might be some...
And any of you Americans that have ever traveled abroad, we don't exactly have the best rep.
Thanks, Bush.
Right, because it was his fault.
Politics, games, business.
Classic
Very-
American diversion. It's everyone else's fault but mine.
Yes, Lincoln. So connection dots anyway. So yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff that we can dive into. We're not entirely sure, other than it is not just Microsoft wanting to be dicks.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. Everybody, they right now are the whipping horse. Everybody wants to vilify them. It's kind of like we talked about with our E3 thing. Sony's been there. They've
Yeah.
been the whipping horse countless times. EA, who let's not forget has brought us some of the greatest games in gaming history, is a continual whipping horse. Shit, we take pot shots at them all the time. Also
Yeah.
Nintendo. But again, if you hated these guys this much, you wouldn't buy or play the games. They are not trying to be dicks. They are trying to protect their investment so they continue to funnel money back in to make gaming a bigger and better thing.
The thing that's actually kind of interesting is that EA did get some backlash because it was their game, Titanfall, that all this started to, boil up from. The thing is that Titanfall is actually a brand new IP from a studio that was hounded for just creating Call of Duty games.
Infinity Ward.
They left Activision.
The former.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They haven't, not through any of their own accord. They were fired and the big court problems, all that kind of stuff. They founded a new studio. EA bought that studio.
That was some bullshit.
And the thing with it's raining money. The thing with Titanfall is that it's a brand new IP and it's getting shit on because of the fact that,
But
not because it's a bad game.
No.
It's an awesome game. The problem is that it is now shrouded in this.
Well,
Microsoft.
and everybody's blaming EA. Like you said, everybody attacked EA for it. It's Microsoft's ruling, man.
Yeah,
And woman.
And EA actually came out earlier this week, it's Tuesday. I guess it was yesterday or Sunday, something like that. Days run together. Bite me.
Just plugging.
All your base. EA did come out and say that you do not have to pay to play Titanfall online. It is going to bypass the Xbox Live Gold requirement, which could be a step in
That's huge. That is really freaking huge.
It could be their step in being like, okay, we're in this bad shit because of Microsoft. People are thinking that we're bringing in this region coding.
Well, they're not the only ones that even wanted to do that.
Right.
Valve wanted to do it with Left 4 Dead. So there you go. EA is forging new territory. They bypassed the Xbox Live requirement. Now, what does that mean for the trade-off? Okay, yeah, guess what? Your game digitally is now region locked, but you don't have to pay for Xbox. You can lose your gold membership, make a new account, and go play it live. This is huge.
Yes. So, with that, post up your comments, all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to find out. I'm going to do some digging. I'm going to find out what the hell's going on with Sony. And Australia specifically, since I called them out on it.
Yeah. Australia, I don't know if we
Might.
want to dive into that.
Oh, yeah,
Australia
sure we do.
yeah.
Everything in that country wants to kill you anyway. Why not me too?
Oh, okay. So, I'm Tridrachius.
Laborious.
Like I said, post up your comments, suggestions, all that kind of stuff.
Check us out on justoneMoreLevel.com, also the Facebook.
Yes, the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/JustOneMoreLevel, I believe.
Yeah, and that's the number one.
Yes, the number one.
We're done plugging. Get out of here,
Yeah.
you crazy kids. Go learn something.
Yeah, it's just no